She's been dubbed the return of the great American supermodel. She's Marisa Miller, swimsuit model, Sports Illustrated. She joins us now. Who dubbed you the return of the great American supermodel?
I have no idea. Good morning.
Good morning.
Dan.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Do you have makeup on?
I do. I have my hair done all special for you.
Could you take a picture and send it to us? Just so, since you're not here in studio, could I get a picture of you?
Absolutely.
Okay, that'd be nice.
Course.
That would be nice.
Of course.
So how are you?
I'm great. I'm really good. How are you?
I'm spectacular. I'm a little disappointed. We wanted you in studio, but this
well,
is.
next time let's do that.
I have your cover, your Sports Illustrated cover up.
Okay, and do you have the signed one I sent you?
Well, I have that in another place.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure that you got it, and I wanted to make sure it had prime real estate because I've seen how nice your office is.
Well, it's in the passenger seat of my car.
Even better.
You're
okay.
always. Are you going to be on the X Factor?
I don't know. I was really flattered to receive a phone call from them. So I met with the producers and had a great conversation, and it was very interesting. So, we'll see what happens.
But is this Simon Cowell? Who hires you here?
Well, there's a few. I mean, come on. There's the network. There's the producers. There's a lot of people involved. I think this is going to be a pretty big show. So.
Have you met with Simon Cowell?
I have not. He was out of the country.
All right. Is your husband okay with this?
Oh yeah, my husband's supportive. He's very supportive.
How's his hair look today?
It's grown out. It's looking pretty good though.
So
got a lot of energy.
So he doesn't have the faux hawk?
No, it's more of a real mohawk. I mean, the sides are shaved and it's pretty tall.
What do you think of Brady's hair now, Tom Brady?
I love it. I don't know why he gets crap for his hair. I think he looks great. It's obviously working for him. So.
Yeah, but it looks like a mullet, Marisa.
Well, that's after he takes off his helmet. I mean, I think his hair looks great.
She's Marisa Miller, apparently the return of the great American supermodel. I didn't know you ever left, but you're the return of the great American supermodel.
I guess she went away for a while, and now she's back.
But who was your competition, great American supermodel? Because Elle Macpherson is not, she is not American. Who would have been? Right. Petra Nemcova's not. Heidi Klum is not.
Well, I think maybe that's what happened is, we had, Cindy and Christy Brinkley and Stephanie Seymour. We had these amazing, girls from America, and then, kind of went all over the map, and which is great, but it's, it's important to include the good old USA, right?
How's your hog doing?
It's doing great. I mean, now that it's getting a little drier, a little warmer in California, the roads are looking really good right now. So, yeah, it's awesome. My dad and I go, I mean, that's usually the first thing I do when I get home. My dad sends me this text that says, vroom, vroom, and that's our little code for, figuring out where we're going to go ride.
But I can ride on the back with you. Is that cool, manly?
I don't know if it's manly, but, it's cool with me, Dan.
Okay.
Any way to get you on a bike, is cool with me.
But hand etiquette is something that is a concern for me when I'm on the back of your hog.
I can handle you, Dan.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. I'm not worried about it.
Well, hands around your stomach, on your hips, where? Just let me know. I need to know etiquette, because if we're riding with your dad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you'll definitely want to have etiquette then.
Okay, so where do I put my hands?
Wherever you feel comfortable. I mean, you want to have, I've ridden on the back of my dad's bike and my husband's bike, and, you want to feel safe, so you want to have a good grip.
What do you think of men with waxed chests?
Not into it.
What about eyebrows?
I will say, hygiene and maintenance is very, very important, but, to a certain extent. I mean, you want a man to be a man, too.
Okay, fair enough. What are you doing with Harley, by the way?
So this is, I love Harley because they do stuff like this. They're dedicating the whole month of May to women riders who are 23% of the riders on the road, with a growing number, and it's really important, I think, for women to have a support group in a community, because it can be really intimidating for women to get their own bike and learn. And I know for me, I needed to speak to other women who had ridden and what their experience was, because you think, oh, there's boy bikes and there's girl bikes, and it's not true. I mean, women can ride any bike that a guy does, and they fit it to your body. So it's great. The month of May, the dealerships are having garage parties for women, and you can go on Harley's website, h-d.com/women, and you can hear other women's stories, see their bikes, and, it's really great that Harley does this.
If I put you in the octagon with Brooklyn Decker and Kate Upton, who's coming out?
Well, I box.
Well, all I do is ask the question. You don't have to tell me you box.
But I have to tell you something, because at one point I was sparring with women, and one of the first girls I sparred with was my trainer's wife, who is a pro, and we ended up laughing and hugging, because I think doing it as a sport and training is completely different than fighting. I think guys have a different mentality, and so for me, I love Brooklyn. I've never met Kate, but I'm sure she's
It doesn't
great
matter.
too. So
Marisa,
I think I would just give Brooklyn a hug.
I could put that on pay-per-view, by the way.
A hug?
Well, if you guys are boxing and laughing and giggling, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Fritzy has a question. He's been down in the dumps since you weren't in studio today. He screwed up. So, Fritzy, what's your question for Marisa?
If you could be with, did we ask this question of Marisa?
Yes,
we did. Oh no.
I love your questions, though. But yes.
Go ahead, Fritzy.
Have you ever hit on other women?
Oh, have I ever hit on other women?
Yeah, I thought last time you asked who would she want to be with.
I did ask that.
No, you said experiment.
Oh, experiment.
Yeah. I did use experiment.
And who was your girl you wanted to experiment with?
Well, I said that I didn't say I wanted to experiment. That was what you said. But I said I really, I think Jessica Biel is a beautiful woman.
If she wanted to give you a ride, you were going to give her a ride on your Harley.
Yes.
Would you have a problem with her hands?
No. Well, first of all, I have to say my bike is a Nightster, and right now there is no back seat.
No.
So
I'm looking at your Nightster right now.
Oh, you are?
Yes.
It's cool, right?
I'd find room to sit on it. But thank you for.
And I'd make sure I didn't go over a speed bump too when you're on the back.
Fritzy, did you get an answer there? Or?
Not really. How about can I ask another one? Best pickup line you ever received from another young lady?
Another young lady. First of all, I have to say pickup lines are bad no matter who gives them. There's no good pickup line at all. I just don't believe in that. But I think women probably have a way different way of approaching people than a man would.
It always devolves into this, doesn't it, Fritzy?
Yeah, that's my fault. She's very sweet.
She's very classy.
She plays along. She doesn't have to.
I am a good girl.
She's a good sport.
I am a good girl.
Her dad listens. He watches the show. Her husband. I mean, come on, Fritzy.
We got to clean it up. She's a good sport. And she doesn't need to be saddled with these kind of questions on national TV and radio.
Exactly. So if you did experiment, it would be with Jessica Biel, is what you're saying.
I just said she was a beautiful woman.
Give me that website again.
h-d.com/women.
Does this mean you're more likely or less likely to come in studio next time?
I want to come in there. I saw it was a beautiful office you guys have in there. I would love to come in studio.
Would you trust Fritzy within 10 feet of you?
I can handle myself, Dan. Okay. I really can.
All right. Okay.
But I appreciate your concern.
Okay. It's good to visit with you again.
You too.
Thank you, Marisa.
Bye.
Marisa Miller, swimsuit model.